everyone, welcome to the session. Guys, in today's Maharashtra CET 2021 Simplified, we are going to look at sentence improvement questions and this is most important questions. Okay, so we are going to look at sentence improvement questions, and the kind of questions that I've got for you, they range from easy to moderate to slightly challenging, because when it comes to the exam, it's always better to prepare a level higher than the actual exam. And over the past couple of days, guys, we have seen the pattern of the paper. We have seen the difficulty level of Maharashtra CET as well, because we have had several sessions on the same. We've also done a mini mock, right? Last Friday we did a mini mock. This Friday again, that is tomorrow, we are going to do another mini mock. So I'm sure that all of you are fairly comfortable with the difficulty level that is there. At least you are aware that, okay, this is going to be the difficulty level of the exam. So, but in today's session, as I mentioned, I've got you all kinds of questions. We will prepare a little higher, one level higher from the exam, from the actual difficulty level of the paper, so that when we go into the examination center, we feel comfortable. We know that we have done our bit, we know that we have done our preparation well, and we are able to tackle any question that is going to come our way. So a lot of you have already joined. Good afternoon, guys. I hope that all of you are doing well. I hope that you guys are doing fine. So guys, let's begin today's session. Just give me one moment. Okay, here it is. All right, guys. So let's begin the session, guys. The first thing before we start is this schedule that we follow on our YouTube channel. So guys, every day from Monday to Sunday, every day we bring you sessions, multiple sessions. So we have sessions on editorial, sessions on VARC, sessions on Quant, DILR, all the aspects of your MBA entrance exams, all of them are covered, and every day without fail, a new content is brought your way. Without fail, people come, your mentors come and train you about different aspects of these papers. So guys, first of all, please do hit the like button, show your love and appreciation for all the effort that has been put into all of this. So also share the session with your friends if you've not done that already. If you think that there's anyone who might benefit from the session, please share the session with that person. Also share it in the relevant groups, wherever you feel that there are people who might benefit. So please share it there. Okay. So our platform right at the beginning is reminding us, guys, that 40 people are watching right now and only 12 likes are there. Guys, just a couple of seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, not more than that. Just hit the like button and then we continue. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome to the session. Okay. Glad to know that, Webavi, that you enjoyed the previous session. Glad to know that. Also, guys, I'm repeating this once again, lest I forget, that tomorrow, last Friday, we did a mini mock, right? This Friday also, that is tomorrow, we are going to do another mini mock. Okay, of course, right now we won't have the time to attempt the entire mock here, but we'll do a mini mock. That means all kind of questions we'll tackle, and we'll try and see where do we stand. If the exam were to happen today, what is our level? So we'll try and evaluate that tomorrow. Okay. All right. Oh, that's so sweet, Nitya. That's so sweet of you. Okay. So let's move forward. And let's begin today's session. Guys, it says that subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, like the session. So all of these, I'm sure that everybody's done. So we begin with the task. Initial 2-3 questions, easy level. As we move forward, we will deal with little more involving questions. I would not call them difficult, but more involving questions. So let's pick up the pace with this one, guys. So what you need to do is, statement is given to you, a part is highlighted, then 3 options are given, right? So out of these, you have to figure out which one is going to be the most appropriate. If you think that no correction is required, then you can choose this option. So please ignore this line. So you just choose the options, whichever you think is appropriate, choose that one. The political masters of healthcare system have not listened to professional health planners because it has not been profitable for them to do so. What do you say? Political masters of healthcare system have not listened to professional health planners because it has not been profitable for them to do so. नहीं Sanket, it's very different. It's very different. VARC section of Maharashtra CET and VARC section of CAT, they're very, very different. You know that when it comes to CAT, it's more of a reading exam, right? You don't have grammar questions there. You don't have direct vocab questions there, right? But certainly knowledge of vocabulary, knowledge of grammar will enhance your reading skills. That is there. But there's no direct testing as such. Also the level, the kind of questions that are asked, they're also a little more challenging. Okay. All right. VARC is verbal ability, reading comprehension in there. So in your MBA entrance exams, that's the terminology that we use for English section or verbal section. VARC, verbal ability, reading comprehension. Okay. All right. B's and D's I can see in here. Not a problem, Ridhima, join in. We just at question number 1 right now. So B and D majorly, some of you are with B, others are with D. Let's check that, guys. Let's check. So it is going to be option D. No correction is required, but I will look at option B as well. Since a lot of you said that it could be B, so let's kind of find out what's the problem in the second option. So it has been unprofitable for the professionals to do so. Now guys, notice, if you remember yesterday, you know now that every day we have 12 p.m. sessions on YouTube every day, and then we have 6:30 p.m. session on the app. You know, you're very well aware of this. Okay. So right now on the app, we're doing this series, question-based series, wherein every day we pick up a topic and then we look at questions related to that topic from different exams, different MBA entrance exams. So yesterday, if you remember, we did a session on error correction and I gave you a question from old CAT, 90, 91, 95, those questions I gave you. So there was this one question which said that student's mother is responsible for student's conduct and his dress, something like that was there, and we said that this is incorrect. Why? Because the word student has been used twice. That defies the basic rule of grammar, that pronoun has to be used in the place of noun. You do not want unnecessary repetition of a noun, so in place of that you have to use pronouns, isn't it? So here also notice, professional health plan is already given to you. Right? So they have not listened to professional health planners. Why do we need to repeat this? Whenever you have sentence improvement questions, guys, please keep in mind, you have to choose the option which is grammatically correct. Number 1, that is a first criterion. Second is that whatever you choose, that has to be very, very precise. There should not be any redundancy. Redundancies and any unnecessary repetition should ideally not be there. Right? So this is clearly problematic. You can't use the same word again and again unnecessarily. Hence, B would not be chosen. Option D will become the answer. Okay. Now, unprofitable is a word. It is a word, but it's just that you cannot repeat this. Okay. All right. So moving forward to the next one now. Second one is here, the vilest of the thing that can be done by a person is to ill-treat dogs and other defenseless animals. What is vile, guys? What do you mean by vile? What is vile? Vilify also. This word we've done earlier. Vilify. What is vile? Please comment on that, guys. These words we have covered. Vile, I'm not too sure of. Vilify, certainly we have spoken about. What does this word mean? The vilest of the thing that can be done by a person is to ill-treat dogs and other defenseless animals. 3 options you have in here. The vile things that can be done by persons. And also please ignore these full stops, guys. Certainly, you know, we are not ending the sentence. So, you have C and B. Okay, C is majorly, all right. Cruel, vile can be cruel, wicked, evil. That is what vile is. Okay, so a clear negative connotation this word carries. Evil, hanji, bilkul. Okay, guys, so option C, majorly you guys are with. I can see some B's also, but majorly C's. Let's find that out. So it is option C. Option C is the correct answer here. Let's check why. Now notice, the vilest of the thing. That's it, the vilest of the thing. Remember, we talk about one out of many. One of my friends. Similarly, the vilest is a superlative. So it is a superlative in comparison to the others now. Other people also or other entities are also going to be there. The vilest of the things. Yeah, either I can say the vilest of the things that can be done by a person. So that's is true. So vilest you're talking. These are all the things that can be done by a person. Out of these, this is the vilest. Okay, one we are talking about. The vilest of the things that can be done by a person is to ill treat. That could have made sense. But notice we have the vilest things that can be done by a person. Vilest things, that means, now pay attention to this, guys. Vilest things that can be done by a person. This is what? Plural. Okay, we are not saying the vilest of the things. We are saying vilest thing. Vilest things. That means these are all my vilest things. All of them I'm talking about. This is certainly going to be plural. Do you see the difference, guys? When I say vilest things, I'm talking about multiple. When I say vilest of the things, that means there are many things. Out of them, there is one which is the vilest. So I'm talking about singular in that. Here, since you say vilest things, it is plural. It cannot go along with your singular verb. You need singularity. Okay? Here also it says the vile things. This is also plural. The vilest thing that can be done by a person is to ill-treat dogs. This is singular, matches well with our verb, and hence is the clear answer. Okay? Hanji, bilkul, absolutely right you are, Daisy. Okay, I hope that now everything is clear. Vilest thing, vilest of the things, vile things. I hope that everything is clear now. Okay. What is vilify? Siddharth says, what is vilify? Siddharth, we have done this word multiple times earlier also. So vilify somebody is to spoil their reputation, right? To harm them. To vilify is to, if you vilify somebody, that means you target them, you spoil their reputation. Defame, very good, defame them. Okay. All right. Next one then, guys. Question number 3 is here. Public Health England has confirmed that it may carry away an evidence-based review into the health implications associated with gambling-related harm. Now, this one is related to your phrasal verbs. So, with phrasal verbs, we have spoken about this earlier also. Either you know them or you don't, because you have to memorize them. There are not many rules related to phrasal verbs. You have to memorize their meanings. Let's check, guys. Stress, that could have been, I think typing error also. Okay. So what do you say? Public Health England has confirmed that it may carry away an evidence-based review into the health implications associated with gambling-related harm. And it should carry off, it should carry across, it could carry over, it will carry out, or no correction required. Okay. D, you guys are with? Okay, let's check. So it is going to be D. You are absolutely right. To carry out something is to do it. Right? To carry out the plans. That means to do it, to perform it. Okay? So carry out is perfect in the context. As far as the others are concerned, guys, carry away. Carry away. When you get carried away, what does that mean? That means you lose control. You lose self-control. So I got carried away. I get carried away so many times when I'm explaining the questions. So I just keep on talking about the questions. I completely forget that I have to request you guys for liking the session. I have to request you to share the session. So I do get carried away. That means, so sometimes I lose control of the fact that I'm here, I'm on a platform which requires, it's the requirement of the platform that we have to request the audience, we have to request our community members to hit the like button so that, the content reaches maximum number of people. So that is what carry away is. Okay, you get carried away, you lose your self-control. Okay, then guys, you have carry off. Carry off is simple, guys. Carry off is to, take something or somebody by force. So the rogues carried off the dog with themselves. The rogues carried off the theft. They had the material from the theft, the items from the theft, they carried off with themselves. So carry off is to take something by force. Forcefully you take it along. Okay. Carry across is it has the literal meaning only. So you carry the baby across the river. So carry across has a literal meaning only. And then guys, you have carry over. Carry over is, guys, to extend beyond the original area. For example, suppose I tell you that today we are going to do, say, 30 questions, and we are not able to do 30 within the given time. And then I'll tell you that, okay, this is a carryover. This is a carryover. Next day when we do the class, we'll complete these questions. Next day, then I'll say, guys, this is a carryover from the previous session. So beyond what is original area. If you go beyond what the original area is, this area can be related to time, could be a physical area also. So that is what carry over means. Okay? Absolutely. Okay. Hanji, so means some of the questions you can do that. Some of the questions are such that you can very easily look at the phrasal verbs, and you can, if you are already aware that carry out means this, you can do that. But trust me, phrasal verbs, they're very notorious. You can't really go by what sounds good, what feels good to you in all the questions. So when you have phrasal verbs, be extra cautious. If you already know the usage of the word, you have heard the usage of the word, go ahead with it. Otherwise, if this exam doesn't have negative marking, but if there's any other exam which has negative marking, be extra aware of it. Okay. All right. All right, guys, fine then. Carry over and carry forward also means the same. Right? Carry forward, basically in mathematics also you say, it is a carry forward, carry it forward. So carry it over, carry it forward, both of them have the same sense. Okay? Carry over can be used in the sense of area also. Right? So extend beyond the original area of application. Carry over can be used like that. Carry forward, generally, it is, we know that it's a carry forward from the previous session. It is a carry forward. So it's generally, one session to the other, one time frame to the other. That's where you use carry forward. Okay. Hanji, similar meaning, Rahul, because both of them, forward, over, both of them imply the same thing. Okay, guys, so let's move forward. Also, our platform is reminding us, guys, again that 80 people are watching and only 49 likes are there. So there are people who are just sitting quietly. And guys, when somebody puts in the effort, it's only wise, it's only sane, it's only human to appreciate it. So please do hit the like button so that the entire team feels motivated, because there's so much human element that goes into it. I know it because I see all the people putting in the effort. I see people who are, who working so hard to bring these sessions to you. So it's just one like button from your side, and that will mean a lot to everybody who's putting in the effort. So do hit the like button, guys. Okay, moving forward to the next one. Achha, this is a different kind of question, guys. Notice first three questions we had, small portions were underlined. Now this time you have a larger part of the sentence which is highlighted, and you have to figure out that out of these, which one will give you the best what shall I say? I'm struck, guys. Help me with it. The best sentence, the best structure for that matter, the best structure out of the given options. Okay? So, a boy on a wheelchair that stood for the national anthem in the Putnam county fair on Sunday is being recognized at the fair tonight. What do you say? Look at all the options. You know about vertical scan also. So that also helps at times. In fact, many times for that matter. You can try vertical scan. Look at all the beginnings. Look at all the endings. Sometimes beginnings and endings don't give you much. Then figure out what could be the other area wherein, the exam maker might have introduced the errors. Okay. Sanket, gradually you will improve. In one day you can't expect improvement when it comes to reading in general also. So every day you have to put in that effort. It's like saying that you go to the gym once and you say, oh, I don't see any change. So you can't expect that. Na? Same thing. Here also you're building muscles only. You're building vocab muscles. They'll take time. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you for understanding, Nehu. Thank you. All right, guys. So D, A also is there. Majorly D, but I can see A as well. So D is absolutely correct in here, guys. Notice why. We have boy on a wheelchair, boy who is in a wheelchair, then boy at a wheelchair, in a wheelchair, and the given one on a wheelchair. So now if you know which preposition is correct, you will be very close to your answer. You don't even have to read the entire thing. Just on the basis of vertical scan, you can eliminate some of the options. You tell me, when it comes to a chair, be it a wheelchair or be it a simple chair, what preposition do you use? I'm sitting on a chair, I'm sitting in a chair, I'm sitting at a chair. Which one is appropriate? Because these three are given to you in, on, and at. You tell me, I am right now sitting in a chair, I'm sitting on a chair, I'm sitting at a chair. What do you say? Okay. Which one, guys? Quickly tell me which one is appropriate in here. In, on, and at. Structurally correct also we'll look at, but then right now we're just working on the scan. On, Jogi says it can be in also. Theek hai. In. Guys, the correct is in. You sit in a chair. Why is that? Because when you use in when something surrounds you. Something is all around you. Something encompasses you. You use in. I am standing in a park. Because park is all around you. Similarly, when it comes to a chair, we have spoken about that earlier also, guys. Hai na? This is your chair, guys. You have a back, you have the arms, you have a base. Okay? So because of these arms, it creates an enclosing area. You have the back, you have the arms, it encloses you on three sides. That is why you have to say, I sit in a chair. You don't say on. On is just for the surface. It encloses you. Hence, in has to be the right one. Yes, in day-to-day usage, we say on also, but that's not grammatically correct. Okay? You can sit on a stool because that's a surface that doesn't encompass you, that doesn't enclose you for that matter. You sit at a table. So, I'm sitting in a chair right now and I'm sitting at my desk, at my table, because table is not supposed to, it's not meant for sitting. It is meant for working at. Okay? So, in a chair. Just on that basis, guys, we are able to eliminate this. That means option E is out. This option is out. This option is out. And we have not even read the entire sentence so far, just on the basis of vertical scan. We have not really seen which one sounds correct, which one is structurally better or not. So, only on the basis of this vertical scan, we are able to eliminate the options. Down to 2. And that's what our purpose is. Our purpose is to reduce the option choices to 2. So that very quickly then we can compare and we can see which one is better. Now, a boy who is in a wheelchair stood for National Anthem at Putnam County Fair on Sunday is being recognized. Who is in a wheelchair is being recognized at the fair tonight. Boy in a wheelchair who stood for National Anthem at the Putnam is being recognized for the fair tonight. Now notice, so boy in a wheelchair and boy who is in a wheelchair, right? So is being recognized, that means now something is being done to recognize his effort, because he is in a wheelchair, still he stood up for the national anthem, right? So we don't need to say who is in a wheelchair. Boy in a wheelchair. So this is redundant, not required at all. Okay? Sitting in a chair, Vipul, in a chair. Well, I understand that, some people might have this concern. What if the chair is without the arms? This is a usual question that students come up with. What if the chair is without an arms? So guys, if the chair is without the arms, then it would not create an enclosing area. Then you can say on also, but in the exam, nobody is going to draw the chair for you. The default picture of the chair is that chair has a base, chair has a back, chair has 2 arms. That is a default picture of the chair. And that is why in the exam, you will have to mark in only. Okay? Of course, day-to-day usage, if you happen to see a very fancy chair, very designer chair that doesn't have arms, it doesn't have anything, then of course, if you want, you can use on also. Okay? On table nahi, at the table nahi ho. At the table. You work at your table. You sit at your table. Not on. On the table, you will sit in very rare cases when your friends are over, you're having a party, there's no place to sit, then you can sit on the table also, but that's not the usual thing. Usually, you don't sit on the table. Okay? Okay, guys. All right. What if he's standing, then if hypothetically, Shreyas, if he's standing, then we'll say that he's standing again because it's an enclosed area that it creates. So again, we'll say he's standing in a chair, not on a chair. Okay. All right. So, and moreover, of course, again, chair is not meant for standing. It is meant for sitting. Okay, now I know that all of this is complete sheer, diversion from the topic at hand. I hope that everybody is able to understand that on, at, these are incorrect and hence we eliminate them. Then we compare B and D. After that, it's not a very difficult choice to choose D over B. Okay, all right. So, chair we are sitting in for the exam. We can assume the chair we are sitting in for the exam. Yeah. So, accuracy now. Pooja, we'll talk about reading comprehensions also. RCs are more about practice and having the right skill set for practice. So, in the coming sessions, we will talk more about RC also. But today, let's stay focused on the topic at hand. Okay. All right. Let's move forward, guys. Question number 5th. Everybody is in a funny mode today, it seems. Everybody is laughing and then tears are coming out of the eyes. Okay, guys. Question number 5th. Soon after the tsunami had killed thousands of people along coasts of southern India, Parliament passes a bill that proposed to set up an institutional mechanism to respond promptly to natural disasters. What would you say to this? Soon after the tsunami had killed thousands of people along the coast of southern India, Parliament passes a bill that proposed to set up an institutional mechanism to respond promptly to natural disasters. That's the ambiguity, Del, and that is why we are not going to choose that, because whenever you have ambiguous statements, sometimes in the instructions also it's written that please choose the one which doesn't have any ambiguity, doesn't have any redundancy and is the most precise. Okay? Okay. So B, almost everybody with B. D also, somebody with D as well, but most of you are with B. Let's check that, guys. So, soon after tsunami had killed, guys, you know it already. Had is an indicator. Had plus third form of verb. This is past perfect. It's an indicator of, clear indicator of past, right? So, soon after this, Parliament passes a bill. Parliament passed a bill. Past tense we need, hai na? So, this is out, guys. This is out. This is out. And this is out. 2 options we are left with. Passed a bill that proposed to set up, passed a bill which propose. Guys, you can't do that because this is past tense. You can't have then present tense verb. And moreover, even if for a moment we say that, okay, present tense is required in here, even for a moment we forget the entire sentence, still it is incorrect. Why? Because bill is singular. It has to be proposes in that case. Right? Of course, right now even proposes would not fit in. Right? So it passed a bill which proposed to set up an institutional mechanism. So this one grammatically is incorrect. Option C, B survives. That becomes the answer. Okay? Alright. Fine then, guys. Next question. Question number 6. A committee comprising of eminent scholars from various technical institutes was set up. What do you say? Okay, you say sometimes Daisy answers and we all follow. So Daisy's got, her own fan club here. You know? Okay, that in which, Himanshu, that in which the difference is that is used for essential clauses, which is used for additional information. Okay. So in the coming classes, probably we can again, talk about this. In the earlier classes, so many times I've spoken about it, but probably, sometime later when we do a session on grammar, then I can elaborate even further on it with examples. But right now, just remember that is for essential information, which is for additional information, non-essential piece of information. Okay. All right. So here you guys are with B and E and A and C. Multiple answers, guys, multiple answers. So it has to be option C. Now pay attention, guys. Comprise of. These days has, people have started accepting it, but otherwise, when you strictly go by rules of grammar, so you just have to say it comprises ABC. You don't say comprises of. Directly comprising this. Okay. Apart from that, you have to know the difference between these two words, eminent and imminent. Now, eminent is well known, widely known. That is what eminent is. Eminent scholars. Imminent is, guys, something that is about to happen. For example, by looking at the sky and by looking at the clouds, I know that the rain is imminent. Rain is imminent. Rain is about to come. By looking at his cadaverous face, cadaverous is pale, corpse-like, very weak. By looking at his cadaverous face, we could tell that his death was imminent, that it is going to happen in future. That is what imminent means. Here we are talking about scholars. About scholars, of course, eminent will come into picture. Imminent would not make any sense for that matter. So we have eminent. This option is out. No correction required is also out. You can't say eminently scholars. Why? Because scholars is a noun. What words modify nouns? Adjectives modify nouns. Adverbs can't modify nouns. So this is also out. Okay. So these two options we are left with. Now it's not a difficult choice. So a committee comprising eminent scholars, not with. With is absolutely not used. These days, some people, they've started using comprising of, and then some of the newspapers have started accepting it also, but strictly going by rules of grammar, it will not take any preposition. Comprising eminent scholars. A committee comprising eminent scholars from various technical institutes was set up. Option C becomes the answer. Okay. All right. Let's move forward to the next question now, guys. Okay. Let me... Acha, again a platform, after I think a platform also knows that this lady sitting here is very silly and keeps on, she gets carried away. We spoke about this word. She gets carried away with the questions. So keeps on reminding me that, guys, do hit the like button. There are 101 people watching, which is wonderful. Thank you so much. But only 78 people have liked the session so far. Guys, so take out 1 second, just hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, and then continue with the session. Okay, so Karan, I hope that your query has been answered now, that you use comprise directly after comprising A, comprising B, comprising C. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's move forward to question number 7. Question number 7 is A. Sorry, not A, is here. So most primates are immune to feline rhinovirus. What is feline, guys? What do you mean by this word feline? Feline. The other day we did talk about canine also. Then we have covered the word bovine in one of the sessions. What does this mean? Feline is related to cats. Canine is related to dogs. Bovine is related to cows. Then you have vulpine also. Many other words are there. But these are the common ones. Feline, canine, bovine. Okay. Alright, guys. So most primates are immune to feline rhinovirus. This is a little, let's see if you are able to answer it. I'm sure that a lot of people will be able to come up with the correct answer. But the point in such questions is to come up with the right answer, accurate answer within the given time. If you're reading horizontally, if you read each and every sentence, 1 minute you will spend on reading only. Right? So strategy, methodology is very important here. What do you say? Most primates are immune to feline rhinovirus, but a specific group, this being the golden macaques, are highly susceptible to the organism. What do you say? Hanji, canine means dog, absolutely. Rishikesh says kitty, yes. So feline is kitty, cat. Okay, B and E. Okay, guys, B and E we'll look at. D also some people are with. B, D, E. These three options I can sense. Majorly B I can see from the chat window. Okay, guys, let's check. Let's find out what the correct answer is. It is B, guys. Now pay attention to it. Why? When you have such questions, because next question 7, 8, 9, 10, these are this type of questions only. So let's spend some time on understanding the right methodology, and then you apply the same methodology in the subsequent questions also. So whenever you have such questions wherein a sentence is given, part of the sentence is highlighted, then variations of the same sentence are given to you. In such questions, guys, vertical scan, you know about it. Vertical scan has to be done. Vertical scan of the option choices. You have to look at the beginnings, you have to look at the endings, right? Even before you start reading the sentence. So it says specific group, one group, specific groups. This is straight away out. This construction is incorrect. We know it. You can't have specific groups. Specific groups can be there, or specific group can be there, but specific groups is incorrect, right? All right, and then you have a specific group. Okay, we've looked at the beginnings. Now let's look at the endings also. Susceptible to, susceptible of. Now you tell me, what is the right preposition for the word susceptible? Are you susceptible to the disease, or are you susceptible of the disease? Are you susceptible to the disease, or are you susceptible of the disease? You are susceptible to the disease. So susceptible of is wrong usage of preposition with the word susceptible. Only two will survive. Notice, so far also we've not even gone into the structure of the question. We've not even seen what does it mean and what is the meaning and which part is the essential part, where is the other clause. Nothing we've seen. Just on the basis of a very quick vertical scan of the beginnings, of the endings, we were able to eliminate these three option choices and we were able to reach two options. And that's what our target is always. When we have 5 options, we want to reduce them to 2 option choices. Okay, now I can do my comparison, but I very quickly while scanning, I also notice are and is. Now this I know. This is singular plural. Singular plural everybody is comfortable with. So guys, whenever you have commas, you have something, commas, a part between the commas is there, and then you have your sentence again. So this part between the commas generally is additional information. This is additional. Even without it, your sentence should make perfect sense. Okay? So it says a specific group, this being the golden macaques. The golden macaques. Okay, let's remove it for the moment and let's check whether our verb is aligned with our subject. Subject is a specific group. Specific group is singular. If it is singular, we need a singular verb. A specific group is highly susceptible or are highly susceptible. Specific group is highly susceptible. This becomes the answer. This is out. Okay. I hope that you guys are able to see it like this. Also, certainly, some of you are mentioning R is here also. Certainly it is here. But these options we had eliminated earlier only, na? So clearly, if your eyes catch this aspect, clearly start off with it. Just on the basis of R, you will be able to eliminate 3 options. Then you will have to work with B and C. Okay. So whatever catches your eye, generally in one question, there are two to 3 errors that are there. So anyone that catches your eye, start working with that. Eliminate the option choices and then come down to 2 option choices. Choose the best out of those. Okay. All right. So I hope this question is clear to everybody. I hope that you are able to see the methodology, because the same question will not come again, guys. But methodology, if you are solid on your methodology, you will be able to you will be able to deal with any question that comes your way. Okay, fine then guys, let's move forward to the next question now. The news says that 89 people are watching, 100 likes finally. So we have been able to turn the tables this time. Wonderful. Acha, Daisy says part between the commas is additional information. That's absolutely right. It becomes absolutely very good, Daisy. See, whenever you have this part between the commas, remove it so that it becomes easier for you to see what your subject is and what your verb is. Very good, very good. Okay guys, so let's move forward to the next question. Apply the same methodology on this one. This one is longish. It will require a lot of attention from your side. So all your attention here guys. Last 2-3 questions are left. Please, all your concentration has to be here on the questions. Okay? Again, notice desertification. You've part between the commas, which is your additional information. But this time you can't eliminate it because that's the part that is highlighted. So now start having a look at all the options that are given to you. Figure out the points of difference, points of similarity, and on the basis of that, try eliminating the option choices. So we will do a vertical scan, a process in which, a process in the biological productivity, a process of human abuse, which are process of desertification, singular, which are process of human abuse. One option right away, within seconds, one option is out, down to 4. Now you do your vertical scan, have a good look at the beginnings, at the endings, see if you are able to find something. This is a little challenging. This question you won't find a lot of, very easy vertical scan material. So this one you might have to get inside the sentences. See, you have all kinds of questions, guys. I told you that I've got you easy questions, I've got you moderate questions, I've got you little challenging questions wherein, it might be a little time consuming because you will have to do your horizontal reading. Okay, people have already started coming up with the answers. So C, A, B, multiple answers this time, huh? C, A, B, okay. What about others, guys? Quickly work with this. And don't leave at this stage. What I've seen is when there's a challenging question, a lot of people drop out. You ideally should not, because within a couple of minutes you'll get the explanation and then you'll be stronger in terms of your concept. So stay, okay? So option A, now a lot of you are with. Earlier people said C and B. Abhilash is with E also. Let's check, guys. Let's find out. It is option A. Now let's check why. See, we are talking about what desertification is. A process in which the biological productivity of the land is sharply degraded by human abuse and natural phenomena. Okay? A process in the biological productivity of the land being sharply degraded by a process in the biological productivity of the land being sharply. Why do you need ing format here? So B is structurally incorrect. Okay? A process in which biological productivity is degraded, that process is called desertification. You can't say process in biological productivity. This is not a process in a biological productivity. It's not a desertification. If you read the entire thing, you will know that it's not a process in biological productivity. Okay. Then C says a process of human abuse and natural phenomena. Process of natural phenomena. Okay. That sharply degrade. Notice, even if for a moment we forget this, we forget that it doesn't make much sense. Still, just by rules of grammar, a process is singular. Then how can you say which degrade? Ideally has to be which degrades. So on the basis of singular plural mismatch, this option is out. This we've already eliminated. So this says desertification, which is the process of human abuse and natural phenomena. It's a process of natural phenomena, guys. Same thing, same thing we encountered in C also. Process of human abuse and natural phenomena. That sharply degrade. Same thing, guys. If it's a process is singular, at least the verb has to be in singular only, na? So even if we for a moment forget that option C and option E, they do not convey any meaning, because it can't be a process of natural phenomena. So even for a moment, if we forget that, still we are able to spot singular plural mismatch, on the basis of which we are able to eliminate these two options. Okay. I saw is then degraded, which is second form of verb. That made me confused. Aridhima, where did you see this? Which option? Can you very quickly tell me? Is sharply degraded. This part you're talking about. So why were you puzzled by it? Because after B, After B, whenever you have any form of B, is, am, are, was, were, after all of them, right? So you use third form of verb. Okay, degraded is third form of verb. Degrade, degraded, degraded. So clearly this is absolutely fine. Is a form of B. Okay, and after forms of B, you use third form of verb. This is absolutely fine. It is degraded, passive voice. Okay, so because it is a comma before which, तो comma तो which के साथ में आता ही है ना श्रेयस. There is a comma generally, which generally comes with a comma. Why? Because which gives you additional information. So generally which will come with commas. So you can't really eliminate it on that basis. Okay. I hope that Shreyas, your doubt has been clarified now. Okay. Okay. Yes, absolutely. So grammatical structure was important here. You do your vertical scan. Vertical scan doesn't give us much in this particular question. Only one option we are able to eliminate on that basis. Rest we have to do our horizontal scanning, horizontal reading, and step by step, one by one, structure by structure, we are able to eliminate the options. Okay, so you can have such questions also, which are a little more time consuming. I would not call them difficult, but time consuming, wherein patience is required. Okay, all right guys, let's move forward to the second last question of the day. At one time, bison were the most numerous mammal species in North America, and they could be seen in massive herds that stretched across Great Plains. What do you say? At one time, bison were the most numerous mammal species in North America, and they could be seen in massive herds that stretch across the Great Plains. What do you say? This one also very quickly, if you do your scans now, you will be able to come up with the answer very, very quickly. It's just that, when it comes to an exam, when it comes to a competitive exam, aptitude exam, your training is very, very important. How well trained are you? So, and it is a training of the mind. How do you look at the question? How you approach the question? That is very important. A lot of people would know the grammar rules. Not everybody would be trained well to know that, acha, we have to do the scan and that's how I can quickly come up with the answer. So these people, they, despite being very good at grammar, despite being very good at vocabulary, despite being very good at reading, may not be able to score well in the exam. And we all of us know that. All of us have heard stories of people who are very good. They are hardworking also, but they end up scoring not as well as they deserve to. Okay, so A, majorly A, and then B also we have somewhere, but let's check. A is absolutely correct, guys. For this one, very quickly you are able to eliminate the options. Why? Because it says the bison were. Non-underlined part tells you that your subject is plural. If that's the case, can't be it. 3 options are out. Only these 2 options will survive. So at one time, we're talking about past. They were most numerous mammal species in North America, and they could be, because could is the past form of can. They could be seen in massive herds that stretched across Great Plains. I can't say they would be seen. Would is like, in future. He said that it would be. In context of past, and from the context of past, you're talking about future. You're not talking about would. You're not talking about will or future as such. You're not talking about any desire. Would can also be used to express a desire or a wish. So that is not the structure. That is why would is out. Only option A will survive here. Okay. Okay, Pinag says, could you suggest any fiction? Okay, so there's so many, Pinag. That really depends on what do you enjoy reading. What do I say? If you are a beginner, if you are an absolute beginner, it would be a good idea to go with standard books. So you have your Animal Farm is there. The reason why I suggest Animal Farm is it's a very small book and it's a very, very interesting one. I do remember that couple of months ago I did this session on which books you should read, and then I had all my books, my pile of books with me, and then I showed you the book covers and this book, this book, this book. So therein also I strongly recommended reading that particular book, especially if you are an absolute beginner, because generally for people who've not read any novel or who don't enjoy reading, it's quite a task to complete a book, right? So when you are able to complete a small book, you have a sense of achievement, you feel good about it, and then you can gradually move over to 300 pages or 400 pages as such. So this is a very short book that is there, very very interesting book. So Animal Farm, George Orwell, pick that one up, okay, if you are the absolute beginner. Hanji Daisy, yes. So we have okay. Practice Shagufta, I would say that in the market there's not very good material available when it comes to physical books as such. That is because in these exams mock tests are important, and mock tests is not that you create any question for that matter. A lot of research has to go into the making of mock test also. It's a complete sphere in itself, wherein there are people who do the entire research. They are trained in making content, they're trained in making questions, they design the questions on the basis of after study of previous year papers, after the study of the pattern of the paper, how it is graduating, in which direction is it moving. So that is why creating a mock test is not it's not a piece of cake. It's not that anyone can sit and create questions. Yes, you have lots of book which have lots of questions, but are they relevant to the exam? That is something that we need to ask. Okay, let's move forward anyway to the next question, guys. And here it is. This is the last question of the day, guys. So all your attention has to be there. Pay a lot of attention to the question. Concentration has to be there. And try to come up with the accurate answer. Take your time if you want. Please don't rush to the question. Take your time, understand it, follow the right methodology, and then come up with the correct answer. The nucleus of a hydrogen atom has contained over 99% of the mass of the atom, but only has occupied 1 by 10,000 of atom's volume. What do you say? I got carried away. Yeah, people, what to do? Okay, so yeah, Nitya, yes. Okay, anyway, we are back to the question. So what do you say? Nucleus of hydrogen atom has contained, containing, contains, has contained, contains. This is something that I can instantly see. Okay, E, you guys are with. B also. B, E, okay. E is majorly E is. Let's check that, guys. So E is absolutely correct. So E is absolutely correct. Why is that? Because see, we are talking about factual information here. When you talk about scientific truths, when you talk about universal truths, when you talk about conventional wisdom, you use simple present. You don't have to use perfect or any other form for that matter. So has contained. Why are we saying has contained? Is it over now? Now is it the fact that it doesn't contain it? No. So clearly this is out, this is out, this is out. Only two options will survive. C and E. Okay. Now, so we have atom contains over 99% of the mass of the atom, but only occupies only. Do you see the placement of the word only? Right? Now, it's very important that you pay attention to the placement of this word only. Only is a limiting modifier. Remember we did this sentence, guys. He only died yesterday. Remember this? He only died yesterday. When you say he only died yesterday, when I put my limiting modifier only with a verb, it puts limit to the verb. It says he only died. He did nothing else. Only occupies, does nothing else. It only occupies this thing. Does nothing else, doesn't dance, doesn't go out, doesn't eat, doesn't sit with friends. We are not putting a limit to the verb. We are putting a limit to the number. Okay, that is why C is going to be out. Option E becomes the answer. It contains over 99% of the mass of the atom, but occupies only 1 by 10,000 of the atom's volume. Okay, so acha, see, you thought was correct, but I hope that now you are able to see the difference. है ना? Also, some people said B. Guys, if you use B, if you say nucleus of hydrogen atom containing O, it's not even a sentence. It's like, remember this sentence we talk about every now and then? Children playing. Is this a sentence? Children playing. Children are playing. Children have been playing. Children were playing. Helping verb is required. When you use ing words and you want them to act as verbs, you need helping verb. So here there is no helping verb. You say atom containing over, then what? What happened? There is no action that is happening. So that is why B cannot make any sense here. Okay. All right. So I hope, guys, that from today's session, you would have seen how you can actually attempt all the questions, be those very, very easy questions, be those questions very, very challenging. If you follow the right methodology, you are able to sail through questions of any level for that matter. Your methodology has to be correct and your foundation has to be strong. These two things are very, very important. So I hope that you found the session interesting. If you did, then do hit the like button. Also share the session with your friends. Apart from that, guys, this is the schedule that we follow. In fact, in the middle of the session also, there were some people asking about what is the time that we meet. So every day we meet at 12 p.m. This is our time, guys. 12 p.m. is our time. So Monday to Friday, I take your classes. Saturday, Sunday, then you have special sessions. Sometimes we do mock tests. Sometimes we do practice questions. Sometimes we look at most important questions that are there. So we have special sessions on Saturday and Sunday. But Monday to Friday, time is fixed, right, on YouTube. And 6:30 is your time for app sessions. So 6:30 on the app, guys. Today we will do contextual vocabulary. So you know that right now there's a question based series that is ongoing, and in the previous couple of days, we have looked at parajumbles, fill in the blanks, error correction. Today we will look at contextual vocabulary questions from different past year papers of different competitive exams, different MBA entrance exams for that matter. That will give us a very fair idea about what is expected in different exams as such, and what are the patterns, what are the styles of asking questions. Okay. Thank you for the good words, Gole. Thank you. Okay, so which makes live watching equal to likes? हाँ गौरव, कुछ तो होना चाहिए. But I think today, नहीं गौरव, it won't suit us today, because today I think number of likes are more than number of people who are watching. So today, today it won't really suit us. Okay, so guys, next thing is we have special sessions on 24th of July. 3 p.m. on the app and 9 p.m. on YouTube, wherein you get to interact with high achievers. You get to interact with Abhishek, with Urvika. Urvika, you've interacted earlier also. So do catch up on all these sessions, because they give you a very good idea about the practical aspects of preparation, right? So here we talk about the content, that this is the question, but you also get to know, what are the human challenges that people encounter while they're preparing for an exam, right? So do watch these sessions as well. Apart from that, guys, there is a rain discount, special monsoon discount that we have for you. So it's flat 50% off on Gradeup Super. You can use the code RAIN50 to avail this discount. Any questions, any queries you have, you can contact a counselor on this number 96500-52904. Apart from that, guys, there is a batch, CAT 2021 batch, and there is a Maharashtra MBA crash course also that is there. So these two courses also you can check out. So this is not 21 actually, guys. This is 22. Okay, CAT 2022 batch that is there, wherein you get 230 plus live classes, chapter wise study notes are there, practice questions, mock tests, everything is there. And apart from that, guys, Maharashtra CET, this you already know, right? So crash course is still running. If you are somebody who still is late in terms of preparation, you still don't know how to go about it, you get a very, very structured classes. So you have class 1, class 2, class 3. So that ways, every aspect of the syllabus you are able to cover very, very quickly. So this one you can actually check out if you're targeting Maharashtra CET. Apart from that, guys, there is this CAT 2021 batch also. So this is specifically for people who are targeting CAT this year, right? So after a couple of months, they want to sit in the exam and they want to clear the exam. So for them, there are 160 plus live classes. We have study notes, we have practice questions, because without practice aptitude tests, you can't even think of clearing. So practice questions, relevant practice questions. Questions so anyone can create, but relevant practice questions, relevant mock tests, relevant sectional tests, all of that you get here under one roof on one platform. As I said earlier, guys, any question, any queries you have, you can contact a counselor at this number 9650052904. As far as super subscription is concerned, guys, so super subscription, you don't have to specifically enroll in one course, one batch as such. You can take the super subscription. After that, you can prepare for multiple MBA entrance exams, right? So you can prepare for CAT, you can prepare for other exams also, because generally when a person takes CAT, that person would also like to take other MBA exams as well, right? So Maharashtra CET is covered in it, SNAP, NMAT, CMAT, TISNET, all of these things are covered. Then our experts, guys, this you already know, you have attended their classes, you keep on attending their classes on YouTube as well as on the app. So as far as the subscription plans are concerned, guys, we have subscription plans for 2021. We have subscription plans for 22 as well. For both the target years, we have our subscription plans. You can check them out. Also, you get free internet along with Gradeup subscription, guys. Then there is a CAT 2021 QA All India Live free mega mock challenge. So you know that every week we do mega mock challenges for verbal, for DILR, for QA. So this time it is for QA. 24th to 26th of July is the time, 12 p.m. Right, so always a good idea, guys, to take the test, to take an all India mock test, because that ways you get a very good idea about where you stand. Okay, so guys, that's it for the day. Do like the session if you've not done that already. Also comment if you're watching this video in recorded form, you have any queries, you have any doubts, you have any questions, do leave the queries in the comment section. We'll try to respond to them as soon as possible. Also share the session with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done that already, so that you get notified about all the videos that we do, because we come with relevant material every day. Every day we come to you with relevant content. When it comes to verbal section, it is 12 p.m. 12 p.m. is the time. Do not forget it. Right when your morning changes into afternoon, that's the time we meet every day without any fail. You can also follow us on Instagram, guys, on Facebook, on Telegram, all these social media platforms. We are very, very active. So you get notified about all the important pieces of information, pieces of news for that matter. Also on Telegram, we post links to all the sessions. So if there's any special sessions that we are organizing, there's an extra class that we are organizing, anything for that matter, your regular classes also, we post all the links there so that it becomes easier for you to find the session. Right, so that is it for the day, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the session. Do come back for more tomorrow exactly at 12 p.m. Also in the evening, we are going to meet at 6:30 on the app, wherein we look at contextual vocabulary. Bye bye, guys. Take care.